Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to install Elasticsearch on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So first of all here the prerequisites. So first of all we need a AWS account with Ubuntu 24.04 LTS easy to instance. After that we need a 2 CPU cores and 4 RAM for smooth performance. Okay. If you want then you can here replace with 8 GB also because if you want to smooth performance then you can replace with 8 GB RAM. Okay. Then after that, okay, that's the prerequisites. Okay, so let's start to install Elasticsearch on Ubuntu. So as you can see here, I have successfully launched my Ubuntu instance. You can see, welcome to Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Okay, so now let's start to install the Elasticsearch. Okay. So first of all, here the step. So first of all, we need the Java for Elasticsearch. So okay, so let's start. So first of all, we need to update our system packages. So as you know, the command sudo apt update, or you can also enter sudo apt get update. Okay, so as you can see, it successfully updated our system packages. Okay, then the next step is let's install the apt transport HTTPS packages to access the repository over this HTTPS. Okay, so let's install using the following command sudo apt install apt transport HTTPS. Okay, it's also done. Then after that, Elasticsearch components require Java. So we will install OpenJDK 11, which is widely used open source implementation of the Java platform. Okay, so here to install Elasticsearch, you need to install JDK 8 or higher version. So that's why here I'm going to install OpenJDK 11. Okay, so let's install OpenJDK 11. So it takes few seconds to install Java 11. So wait for a few seconds. Okay, it's done. Okay, now after successfully install, let's check the it's version or not, or series version, it's install or not. So as you can see, the details of about OpenJDK 11 0.26. Okay, then next is to ensure stack components can locate Java. So we need to set Java home environment variable. Okay. To ensure stack component locate on Java. So let's set the environment. So let's open the environment file. So the location is /etc directory. And in this, first of all, I'm going to remove this path because I'm going to set new path of OpenJDK 11. And the new path is here. Okay, so let's save the file and exit. After that, apply these changes by reloading the environment. For that, the command is source and your file location. Okay, now let's check your path is set or not. So the command is echo java home. So as you can see, this is the OpenJDK path that we have added, right? As you can see, okay, it's done. Then now the next step is let's install Elasticsearch. Okay, so Elasticsearch is the core component of ELK stack used for search and analytics. So we need to import the public Elastic is the core component. We need to public signing key and add the Elastic API repository on your system. Okay, so for that I'm going to use wget command here. So let's download this. Okay, it's done. Then after that, add the repository definition. So for that, here I'm going to use this command and the version is latest. Okay. Okay, it's done. Then after that, now it's time to install Elasticsearch. So first of all, let's update the package list again to include the new Elasticsearch repository. So that's why we need to update the system packages. Okay, as you can see here, updated. Okay. Now it's time to install Elasticsearch. So let's install Elasticsearch using the following command. As you can see here, Elasticsearch, and as you can see the version is 8.17.2. That's the latest version of Elasticsearch, and as you can see it's installing. Okay, and the size of Elasticsearch is 636 MB. So it takes few seconds to install. Wait for few seconds. Remaining is 55 seconds, as you can see, to install this. Okay, it's almost done, as you can see. Creating Elasticsearch group, creating Elasticsearch user, and updating, unpacking Elasticsearch packages. The version is 8.17.2. So as you can see, it's done almost. Okay, so it's done, right? Can see it's done. Okay. After that, after installing Elasticsearch, let's start the Elasticsearch and configure it to run at system startup. So first of all, let's start your Elasticsearch using the following command: sudo systemctl start Elasticsearch. So it's going to be start our Elasticsearch. Okay. After that, let's enable Elasticsearch. And then let's check the status of our Elasticsearch. So as you can see, it's active running since the date and timing and 11 seconds ago. That means we have successfully installed Elasticsearch. We have successfully started our Elasticsearch. Okay. Now let's configure the Elasticsearch. Okay. So configure Elasticsearch. Okay. To allow external access to Elasticsearch, so let's modify the configuration file. Okay. So as you can see, elasticsearch.yaml, that means the configuration file. So let's modify the configuration file. So as you can see, the location of Elasticsearch configuration file. Let's open and let's scroll down and let's go to the network. So first of all, here we need to uncomment this network host and we need to replace this IP with 0.0.0.0. That means any IP can access. Okay. If you want, you can enter here your instance IP. That's my instance, right? And that's my instance IP. But 0.0.0.0, that means any IP can access this. If you want your IP, then you can put your only your IP. Okay. After that, let's scroll down on this discovery. And here, let's remove this host 1 and host 2 first. And let's uncomment this discovery seed host. Okay, let's scroll down. And after that here, this security enable true replace with false. Okay, now let's save the file and exit. Here we have maybe made three changes. First is uncomment host and enter your IP, or else you can enter 0.0.0.0, that means any IP. Okay, after that uncomment the discovery sits. Okay, and then after that true replace with false. Okay, then let's restart your Elasticsearch, because when we changes any configuration file, we need to restart the server. So it's restarting our Elasticsearch. So it takes few seconds to restart. Okay, it's done. After that, if you want to check the status of your Elasticsearch is running or not, then you can check the status. As you can see, it's running. It 8 seconds ago. Why? Because we have successfully restarted our Elasticsearch. So that's why it's 8 seconds ago. Okay, let me clear screen first. Then the next is to confirm that Elasticsearch is set up correctly. Send a test HTTPS using the curl command. So here we are going to use curl command. So that's why here we are going to enter this command in this terminal. So as you can see, we have successfully set up Elasticsearch. As you can see the output. Name. In name, this is your IP. Okay, as you can see 172 and 176 in last. Okay, you can see your private IP 172 and 126. Right? That's your IP. Then your cluster name is Elasticsearch, cluster UID. Then the number, that means a version, right? Then build type, hash, date, okay, and the version, and so on, the details of your Elasticsearch. Okay, it's done. Now, if you want to access this Elasticsearch in your browser, then you can go to your instance IP, copy your public IP, hit on browser, and Elasticsearch port number is 9200. So as you can see, the same output in browser. That means you have successfully set up Elasticsearch on your system. That means you're in your server instance. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to the next step. Now the next step is let's install Logstash on Ubuntu. So Logstash is the used to process and forward logs through Elasticsearch, and install Logstash using the following commands. So first of all, let's install this. So as you can see, the data, the space that Logstash need this 437 MB, right? And as you can see here, after this operation, 716 MB of additional disk space will be used. Okay, so that's why here we need 2 CPUs and 4 GB or 8 GB RAM. Okay, so you need to remember this. So almost done. As you can see here, 7 seconds ago, 6, 5, 4, yeah, 0. So now it's unpacking Logstash and the version is 8.17.2, right? So now it's unpacking. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully installed Logstash. So same for this. First of all, we need to start the server. Then we need to enable. And in last, let's check the status. Okay, as you can see, it's active running and the age is 11 seconds ago. Okay, so it's successfully installed. Okay. Now let's move to the next step. Now the next step is let's install Kibana. Okay. So here Kibana provides a web interface for visualizing data from Elasticsearch and install Kibana using the following command. Okay. So let's install Kibana using sudo apt-get install Kibana. So it's installing Kibana. As you can see, after this operation, 1095 MB of additional disk space will be used. So as you can see, it's done. You can see the unpacking Kibana version 8.17.2. It's done almost. Okay. Creating Kibana group, creating Kibana user, and Kibana is currently running with this open providers enable. And you need to be restarted, container need to be restarted, and so on. Okay, let's start the Kibana first. After that, let's enable Kibana. And as you know, next is let's check the status. As you can see, active running 11 seconds ago. Okay. Now, the next is let's configure Kibana. So to configure Kibana for external access, so we need to edit the configuration file of Kibana. So as you can see the location, kibana.yaml file. And in this file, first of all, we need to uncomment the server port because Kibana server port is 5601. Then after that, let's uncomment this server host. So here we need to remove this local host and replace with 0.0.0.0 as I told you, that means any IP address. Let's scroll down and here in this Elasticsearch host, let's uncomment this. Elasticsearch port number is 9200. Okay. So here the three changes here. Let's save the file and exit. And as you know, after changes any configuration file, we need to restart our server. So after restarting, let's check the status. Now it's 4 seconds ago and it's successfully running. Okay. Now it's done. Now let's access the Kibana interface in browser. Okay. So how to access? First of all, your server IP and the port number of Kibana is 5601. So this will open the Kibana dashboard where you can start exploring your data. Okay. So let's copy the instance IP. Hit on browser. Port number is 5601. So as you can see, loading Elastic. Okay, now as you can see here, as the welcome to Elastic, right? Okay, so here you can start by adding integration and exploring my own. Okay, and as you can see, welcome to home, Elasticsearch, observability, security, analytics, and so on the details. Okay, that's the Kibana dashboard. Okay, then the next step is let's install Filebeat. So Filebeat is a lightweight shipper used to forward the centralized log data. So let's install the Filebeat using the following command: sudo apt-get install Filebeat. As you can see, it's done. After that, let's open the Filebit configuration file. And in this file, there is changes. First of all, we need to comment some lines. We need to uncomment some lines. Okay, so let's go to the output. Okay, here is the output. So first of all, we need to comment this first line output Elasticsearch and host. And let's scroll down in Logstash output. And in this, you need to uncomment this output Logstash and then host. Okay, so let's save the file and exit. And after that, let's enable the system module which collects log data from the local system. So enable system, as you can see, enabled system. Okay. After that, set up Filebeat to load the index template into Elasticsearch. So that's why I'm going to run this command. Okay, index setup finished. Then let's start Filebeat. Let's enable your Filebeat again. Okay. And now let's ensure Elasticsearch is receiving data from Filebeat by checking this. Okay. So let's check. So as you can see here, you can see the logs. And if you want to access these logs on browser, then copy this and here paste. As you can see in browser, right? So here you can see. So we have successfully configured the Elasticsearch, right? And this includes settings of the Elastics for search and analytics, Logstash for data processing, Kibana for data visualization, and Filebit for log shipping. Okay, so that's it, right? So in this session, we have learned how to install Elastic Stack on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understand.